I remember back in West Texas, I want to say like maybe 6 or 7 years ago, there was this huge issue with a lizard.
Dune sagebrush lizard.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I can remember, look, again, lizards, it's just lizard. I
feel
don't
like
know
this, I feel like this
lizard.
episode turned into like Animal Planet. All of a sudden. Like a bunch of
I'm pumped.
zookeeper.
I was.
I'm pumped about this one. Like I've never got to just talk about animals on the
All day
podcast
long.
before, but huge issue, right? Because there was, this was in the middle of the shale boom, and they're like, oh my God, we're gonna have to quit fracking. It's gonna shut down the Permian Basin because of this lizard. And it seems like there's a lot of misinformation around that. And it kind of seems like you touched on that a little bit, that a lot of this used to be in a black box and people didn't have access to it. And, you had to go in and hire environmental consultants and things of that nature. So essentially what you guys are looking to do is kind of streamline that process. Say that if you're an oil and gas company and, you have acreage down in South Texas in the Eagle-Ford, you can go to your platform and easily find out, what are the regulations, what are the concerns, hazards around that, and then kind of figure out who you need to talk to. Is that
that's exactly right.
boiled down thesis?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you're an environmental consultant. I want to talk about y'all's backgrounds a little bit. You're an environmental consultant. How long did you do that for? And what does an environmental consultant do on a day-to-day basis? I think you're the first environmental consultant we've had on the show.
Maybe should we go back even further to the zookeeping?
Environmental consultant.
Yeah, we can go back to the zookeeping.
So let's go back to the zookeeping. Or how'd you even get into zookeeping?
In college,
Okay.
I ended up with a semester where I needed a job, and there was a job board posting for an intern as a zookeeper
At Joe Exotic's
at the
Tiger Farm?
That would have been awesome. I don't know. No, it's for the Austin Zoo, which is a really great nonprofit rescue zoo. And started out as an intern and stayed on as a keeper, like a part-time zookeeper. I did a lot of hoof stock, right? So anything with a hoof. I did do the big cats and carnivores because everybody asked. The reptiles, the only thing I didn't do a ton of was the monkeys because they have alpha zookeeper problems and they throw stuff at you.
Robin nearly got eaten by a lion one time.
That's
let's
not
hear
true.
that. Let's hear
That
the
sounds
story.
very unsafe. No, they just roar really loud when you come in with a bucket of meat.
What's the coolest thing about being a zookeeper?
Honestly, being 6 inches away from some of the coolest animals in the world. Like
Yeah.
big cats. I'm a cat person, so big cats and carnivores, bears. I mean, it's all safe, right? There's enclosures and there's protocols and policies, but it's just cool to have they recognize you. To have a relationship with a tiger is kind of cool.
I have so many questions. It's like,
So are you a big Carol
what's your
Baskin
thoughts on
fan?
Harambe?
Nah.
Did you watch Tiger King?
I have watched Tiger King. I have thoughts, but I feel
So
like
it's
that
funny
would
because
digress.
I used to spend a ton of time up in Ardmore, Oklahoma, right outside of where his zoo was. And when that documentary came out, I was like, this is the least surprising thing that I've ever seen. Like Ardmore, Oklahoma is one of the most unique places I've been to in my
That's
life.
a really nice way to put it.
Yeah. Like I was at a Walmart at midnight one time and I thought I was in an episode of The Walking Dead. It's just like meth nation up there. So
yeah.